What is up, you guys? My name is Noah and this is Tech New. Many people have made videos on this topic and I thought I'd make a version of my own. This is what to expect at the Apple event tomorrow, October 27th, 2016. Now, right off the bat, if you didn't already know, the event tomorrow is going to be focused on the arguably neglected Mac lineup, as the event is titled Hello Again, referencing the original Macintosh of 1984. Finally, we're going to see some substantial changes to the MacBook Pro and possibly the MacBook Air, iMac, and hopefully the Mac Pro. A new cinema display is also a possibility, particularly a 27-inch panel with a 5K resolution. We could also see a next-gen iPad Air 3, iPad Mini 5, and new 9.7 and 12.9-inch iPad Pros. However, we'll have to wait and see. It seems like the Mac will steal the show this time. Firstly, let's talk about Apple's current most highly rumored upcoming device, the MacBook Pro. The 2016 MacBook Pro will most likely inherit a design similar to that of the 12-inch Retina MacBook. If this is true, it will feature a flatter keyboard with larger keys that operate using butterfly switches, and an overall slimmer and slightly smaller design. The next prominent change is the addition of USB Type-C. It is said that the 13-inch and 15-inch MacBook Pros will gain 4 USB Type-C ports, 2 of which are Thunderbolt 3, and 2 of which are regular old USB. Now, with this new addition could mean the unfortunate subtraction of the standard USB Type-A ports, the SD card slot, HDMI port, and the beloved MagSafe connector. Now, going back to the keyboard, it is rumored that the function row of keys will be replaced with a dynamic touch OLED display dubbed the Magic Toolbar. This display would most likely accommodate applications, making accessing certain options, tools, and toggles a bit easier. A new power button, which will most likely be on this display, is said to finally feature Touch ID, which will make logging in and making payments on a MacBook a lot more convenient. Along with this new keyboard and OLED screen could come a larger trackpad that may facilitate the use of an Apple Pencil for applications that involve sketching or drawing. These new laptops, including the 13-inch MacBook Pro, are likely to receive improved, higher quality stereo speakers. And lastly, these MacBook Pros will feature either Skylake or Kaby Lake Intel processors, as well as DDR4 and updated AMD graphics in the 15-inch model. Next, let's talk about MacBook Air. It is possible that the MacBook Air line could be killed off completely, and it is almost certain that if the 13-inch MacBook Air receives an upgrade, its little brother, the 11-inch MacBook Air, will be discontinued. A rumored 13-inch MacBook or MacBook Air will debut alongside the new 13-inch and 15-inch MacBook Pros. This laptop will likely also have a design similar to the 12-inch MacBook, USB Type-C, and upgraded internals. The spec upgrade could go one of two ways. This new device could receive lower powered Skylake or Kaby Lake i5 or i7 processors, or an ARM-based processor designed by Apple. Now you may be thinking, why ARM chips? Aren't those in smartphones? Or you may be wondering what an ARM CPU actually is. To make this brief, an ARM-based chip has less transistors than your standard CPU, which allows it to generate much less heat and draw much less power. Unlike Intel and AMD CPUs, ARM chips operate using the ARM instruction set, which is less complicated and more efficient than the x86 instruction set. Code within macOS Sierra has hinted towards ARM-based processors within future Macs, and the new 13-inch MacBook or MacBook Air could be the first to feature one. ARM chips such as the A9X within the iPad Pro have proven to rival Intel's Skylake Core M processors found in the 12-inch MacBook. Because of their promising performance and energy efficiency, it would make sense if Apple decided to implement ARM chips in their upcoming notebooks. Next, I'll talk briefly on two more products, the Mac Pro and Cinema Display. Not much has been said about Apple's Mac Pro, but if it is updated, I would expect substantial spec upgrades to the lineup. If this is true, the new Mac Pros will feature LGA 2011 v3 or X99 Intel Xeon processors, updated AMD graphics, and ECC DDR4 memory. I highly doubt that they're going to change the garbage can-like design, if anything at all. On the other hand, Apple discontinued their 27-inch 1440p Thunderbolt Cinema display earlier this year, which implied a future higher resolution redesigned version. If Apple decides to release a new display, it will most likely feature a 5K resolution and an overall slimmer profile. And lastly, let's talk iPad. If Apple decides to improve the iPad lineup, it is likely that we will see only spec upgrades. An iPad Air 3 and iPad Mini 5 with A9X and A9 processors may succeed the iPad Air 2 and Mini 4, and the iPad Pro 12.9-inch and 9.7-inch would feature Apple A10X quad-core processors. iPad design could change slightly, but with Apple focusing primarily on the Mac lineup, I would find it highly doubtful. And before I wrap up this video, I really don't know what's going to become of the non-Retina MacBook Pro 13 or Mac Mini after this event. Leave a comment down below if you have a prediction, as well as if you have any other thoughts or questions. I really hope this video helped you out, whether you're watching this video the day before or the day of the event. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more future quality tech YouTube content. And other than that, I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.